one fight for RFA, I think, before King of the Cage.
That's a pretty good promotion. I like RFA. It's all good.
No, not actual RFA. It was for a guy named Rafa.
Oh. I like that.
All right, everybody, we're here. We're live at Full Contact Fanatics. Don't forget, you can check us out every Monday from 8 to. We're gonna go for a while today. We're gonna go till about 9:30 or so today. So as you can see, sitting to my left is Dondo. He's not gonna be on camera today. Miguel's off camera. He's gonna be in the producer spot, so he's gonna be jumping in and out. And as you can see, sitting on my right hand side, Maria Rios. Maria, how are you? Before we get going, everybody just had a full meal,
Awesome.
so I don't know. So hopefully they won't fall asleep or whatever.
Salad.
But yeah, real quick before we get on. I know it's not like we had tacos de carnitas or whatever. We had some real food, but we're gonna talk about that. But before we talk about that, Jamie Cannon, not Lil Cannon anymore, Jamie Cannon Milanowski is going to be calling in probably within the next 5 minutes or so. Cool. Going to talk to her. Then we're going to talk a little UFC. We're going to talk a little news, maybe even talk a little Bellator. And then a new segment today, we're going to have Maria go into the mini dojo. She's going to show some techniques on Miguel. Miguel has a lucky gi today, so he said it is an honor to get arm locked, choked, or whatever in the lucky gi. So don't forget, you can go to myluckygi.com. Make sure you check out all the new latest stuff that they have up there. You will actually see that gi on the website if you want to buy it. We can show it in action so you can see that it actually works. And you can also go to onthemat.com. Make sure you check that out, all the latest stuff that we have up there. So real quick before we get to Jamie Cannon Milanowski, we're going to talk to Maria. We're going to do some news first, then we're going to talk a little UFC, and then we'll talk to Maria about what's happening with her. We talked a little bit before we went on the air. Talked about how Maria was working, doing some training stuff. UFC gym, went to a different. So now you're actually at Ian Harris's place now. What's it called? Fight Science.
Yep, Fight Science.
That's which is a little bit closer. You're not driving all the way out to Northridge now.
No,
so we'll talk about that
Mid-city.
in just a few minutes. So real quick before we get going, let me take this around the horn. We talked a little bit about it before we went live. Did anybody see Ronda come out on? It was called Royal Rumble last night. No, nobody saw her.
I'm not a wrestling
Nobody saw her.
guy,
Well,
so
she made her appearance yesterday. This is what I took from it. I'm pretty sure they had signed her a while back because Saturday they showed Expendables 3, which she was on.
That's pretty cool.
She put on her social media, oh no, I haven't signed anything yet, nothing, so they could surprise everybody. We knew it was coming. I thought she was going to be the number 30th participant and come out and wrestle. But since she didn't come out and wrestle, she came out and made like a little appearance at the end and said she's going to be at WrestleMania. That tells me that she's not ready because there's a big difference between pro wrestling and MMA.
Yeah.
You know, and she, especially with her doing judo, she gets in tight, she throws people, and she throws them hard. In pro wrestling, you're supposed to take care of the other person so you don't throw them as hard, let them take their own bump. So I'm thinking she went out there and did damage. I think she went to the NXT training center, and they were like, hold on a minute. You're going to go out there, you're going to hurt somebody. So let's wait, and we'll work with you a little bit more before we get out there. I'm going to go on record as saying when it does happen in WrestleMania that she's actually going to do some damage, maybe break somebody, not intentionally, but break an arm or break a leg of somebody. Would anybody agree with me, or do they think,
probably,
Maria, what do you think?
It's like a hard transition. You're used to training
now, because they didn't they approach you for women
for
of wrestling?
Yeah, and it's like.
Did you train at all with them?
Yeah.
So what did you go through when you trained with them?
The basic stuff in the
take some bumps,
ring, take some bumps and stuff. But even like the tie up when you go in and it's like
you don't.
It looks from the outside like they're tying up like wrestling tie
right,
up, and that's what you're used to. And in reality, they're barely touching each other, and it's very like gentle, if you will.
Exactly. Instead of tying up, it's a lot looser.
You're working together to make these loud noises in the ring and like make it very flashy and like.
It's more of a show, but it's
some
not.
Of that shit hurts.
I'm saying it's not fake at all. Everybody's it's fake wrestling or whatever.
If your partner's not on the right page,
right,
somebody
could definitely get hurt.
Bad.
And I think that's what's happened. They don't want Ronda to hurt anybody. But real quick, Robert, do we already have Jamie on the line? All right, for the people listening to us here on Full Contact Fanatics, coming to us live. She's no longer in Alabama. We talked about that when I had her on my Wednesday show. She's actually, I believe, in Atlanta. Jamie, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you and see you.
Are you there, Jamie?
I can see a little picture of her up on the screen, but I don't know if she's there fully yet. Jamie, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
We can. You know, it's been such a long time since I finally got to talk to you, or whatever. First of all, we're going to talk a little bit about what's been going on with you. Then I got to tell you what happened when I advertised that you were coming on the show. So, first of all, a little bit of background for the people listening to us on Full Contact Fanatics. When I had On the Mat, which was just strictly audio and radio, I had Jamie on a few times. Now, I saw Jamie at King of the Cage. I believe it might have been at the Win of Vegas or whatever when she fought there. She did. So when you fought Yumi Matsumoto, and did really well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So then after that, you had a couple of more fights with King of the Cage and came up a little short on then. So then I've had you on the show since, but then I've kind of haven't talked to you as much then, although I still do follow you on the social media. Then I see that you actually made a move from Alabama. Now, did you move to Atlanta or did you move to Florida?
I moved to Atlanta.
You moved to now. Real quick for the people listening to us on Full Contact Fanatics, tell us how, because we talk a lot about that on this show. We say, when you get to a certain point, you want to, for lack of a better term, you want to up your game and move on or whatever. So real quick for the people that are listening, before I forgot to introduce my people. I got Maria Rios sitting to my right. She's been on the show before. I think she might have even been on the Wednesday show when you were on before. She fought for RFA and stuff like that. And then sitting to my left is Dando. He's a brown belt under Delo Jiu-Jitsu.
Right.
He's with me on the show now too. So
Hello.
I'm so sorry
Pleasure
that I
to meet
didn't.
your queen.
But once I get him, I get going. But real quick, tell us about the move. Why you decided to move out of Alabama and head out to Atlanta.
Well, I kind of made the move, just for my career. I wanted to, like you said, up my game. And where I was at in Alabama, I felt like my coach was getting me really conditioned, but I felt complacent in my, ground game, stand up. I felt like I was just kind of coasting, but what I need to do is get better. Like, I'm in the pros now, so I need to learn more. And he just wasn't able to teach me anymore. So I ended up making the move to American Top Team. And, it's been the best thing for me. So I'm really glad that I made the move. I wish I would have done it sooner.
Okay, well, hold on. We're having just a real quick little communication problem right there. Robert's pushing some buttons and pulling some strings. Can you still hear me?
Everybody else heard her?
Yeah,
We
I
couldn't
can
hear
hear
her. Can you still hear me, Jamie? If you can, nod your head.
Nope.
Now she's completely frozen.
Actually, the picture is frozen as well.
No, she's still moving
You
around.
there?
Jamie, can you still hear us?
Yeah,
She's good.
y'all are frozen, though.
People can hear her.
You're just pointing at me.
Can you hear Robert? Sounds like I got a little bit of sound right there.
You get it?
I'm sorry, Jamie. Hang on 1 second. He's just pushing a couple of buttons here to get you back on.
Fixing the line.
All right.
How about now, Miguel?
Oh, Miguel's got an idea. That's a great idea.
Talk to her.
A little bit of a lag between. Well, can't hear her on here. You can.
Well, it's because she's not speaking.
She says we're frozen.
I can hear you, but can you
Oh,
hear me?
we can actually hear through
That's
Miguel's
'cause-
phone now.
Yeah, Favi was just pointing. Go ahead, Favi.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. Hang on. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Okay, Jamie, how about now? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I think Robert is. Are you ringing her second phone?
No,
Okay.
I
Can you
have
hear
no
us now,
phone call.
Jamie? I'm sorry about that. Can you hear us at all?
No.
Yeah, I can hear you. Do you want me to call in?
Well, are you going to call her or is she going to call us? Okay, we're going to have you call right back. Robert's going to do a couple of things, Jamie. We'll be right back, get you back on the line. Does she need to hang up?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and hang up real quick, Jamie, and we're going to have you call right back.
We apologize. We call this the Pineapple Express.
Now-
This is like trying to call Robert in Hawaii.
Now, real quick before
And the lines are down.
we
Let's
get her
fix the
back on the
Pineapple
line.
Express, please.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I get this a lot with Maria too. You know, I have to specifically field certain emails and certain messages that I get, and of course they ask, "Is Maria married? Does she have a boyfriend? What kind of guys does she like?"
I imagine that happens a lot.
I'm serious. I get that a lot, and I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I got to be honest with you. I don't really know because I don't know Maria like that. I know,
Just say, she's
I know
weird.
Rudy, and
She's one of those.
She keeps it weird.
I see, but I know Rudy. You know, and he served in the armed forces, and anybody who serves in the armed forces, I'm like totally behind 100%. You know what I mean? So I'm like, that's something, you know, different that I don't talk about with her. Now, Jamie, I don't know if she knows this or not, but she is on a whole nother level. I mean, the people that follow her and see her, the messages and the emails that I get are on a whole nother level.
Nutcases.
They're like, dude, where does she live? Where does she find out? I got to meet this girl.
No, I got to follow. Now I'm wondering what I'm missing.
I'm telling, well, nothing for nothing. I mean, but because Miguel and Dondo didn't really know who Jamie was, and I said, hey, you know, I've had her on before.
Speak
let
for
me show
yourself.
you a few pictures. So I showed him some. Can you
She
hear us, Jamie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Are you? No, not at all. Can
He
you hear us,
was.
Jamie? I think
Yeah,
she
I can
could.
hear
I
you.
think she could still. Even
She
if we
knows.
can't hear you, I'm gonna continue
We're
on.
probably on a delay, but let's talk
Yeah.
about Jamie. Let's build her up. She came
Well,
on the show. Come on.
I mean, it was just. I mean, inundated with. Well, where does she? Well, when is she
Where
coming?
does she live?
When is she
Like,
coming
whoa,
up?
whoa.
Yeah.
Slow down, brother.
What gym does she train
Take the
at?
cues
What
from the young
time?
lady.
What time does she train? Will she be coming out to California? Why don't we book her out
People
here?
are nutty, man. They're freaking.
Yeah.
Tell us what we need to do. We will chip in and pay a plane fare to get her out here to fight King of the Cage in Ontario. And I mean, I'm like, dude,
Pretty bold
I
of
don't,
you. I like that.
I don't know if Jamie knows that she has that much of a following or whatever, but I mean, it is just ridiculous. Well, put it this way: the first time I had her on, I always look through pictures to see who I'm going to put on to advertise. And I don't know if it was a modeling picture or if it was a picture when she was training. She's like throwing an uppercut to a bag.
Ooh.
Dude, the most likes I've ever got on any picture was like maybe 25 or 30. There was like 400 and something likes
love
on
it.
that photo. I mean, it was amazing. I was like, dude. So then I get everybody else telling me, well, why is she fighting? Why doesn't she do some modeling? Or why doesn't she do I probably got a million emails and messages saying, why isn't she not a ring card girl? They said
my
we would much
God.
rather see her in ring girl
'Cause she's
attire
talented.
than we
Because
would
she
in fighting.
has a freaking.
And I'm like, dude, I'm not.
She-
I don't know.
that's
I'm
so
not her
stupid.
manager. I just have her on the show
Yeah.
because she has such a following, and it helps our ratings and stuff like that. Now, I don't know if you can hear us or not, Jamie, but do you get that a lot? As you know, because I'm inundated every time that I have you on with questions like that. Do you get that a lot? If you can still hear me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get a lot. That's why all my social media, like when I post stuff, I'll put random locations like in New Mexico, or I'll put, pictures of me at the airport flying out somewhere. And I'm not. I'm just going to Walmart or something. Like, you have to keep these people, on their toes on where you live. I can't tell people where I live because they'll pop up. It's terrifying.
Yep. I imagine that's what she does get.
I
If we could connect two coconuts with a string in the middle. There we go.
Okay, well we got her on about a half-hour delay on Miguel's phone, but maybe as Robert is trying to get her on, if we could maybe put up a picture on the left side, if we could put up that one where she's hitting the bag or whatever, we can show that one. If not, Robert, maybe we can. Did we already have her hang up and call back or whatever?
Yeah.
No, she just stayed on.
Yeah.
People can hear it. This thing is like broken.
Oh.
Oh man.
Okay. Okay, Jamie. Well, I sincerely apologize for what's happening or whatever. The people definitely wanted to hear from you and hear more. So let me do this. Let me we'll try to work everything out. If we can call you back, we'll give you a call back or have you call back in. If not, we'll definitely have you back on once we get everything fixed because
Come and do Atlanta.
I'm gonna tell you right now. People are gonna be mad at me. They're gonna say you should have had your stuff fixed. You said we were gonna get to hear from Jamie and it didn't come about. So everybody's gonna get mad at me
I'm mad at him
or
right now.
whatever. So I
I should have talked to fans for a little bit.
yeah. So let's
Give a shout
do
out
this,
to 'em.
Jamie. Since you can hear us, but the people that are on YouTube and on my Facebook and everything can hear you. We just can't hear you in the studio. So real quick, can you give out your? I mean, if you want to, after what I just told you, I'm sure you have plenty of followers. Can you just let the people know your social media? Let us know when down the future that you might be fighting, or where they can see you or follow you or whatever. Because I'm telling you, you'll definitely probably get 1,000 more after this show.
Gonna get a boost.
Well, my social media on Facebook is Jamie Cannon Milanowski, and then all of my Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat is all Lil Cannon and the number 4. And, really right now, just a shout out to my team, American Top Team, who took me in and, have been teaching me so much and just helping me grow to be an even 10 times better fighter. So I'm really thankful for American Top Team.
It's awesome.
All right. Hey, well, let me tell you something. I showed Miguel and Dando the picture. I think you were playing pool or whatever, and oh my goodness, they were like, wow, this is a fighter? And I'm like, see, that's what I get all the time. So that picture and the picture we're putting up, the one where you're hitting the bag, the people can see that now. Those two are the most hits that we've got on. So real quick, for the people listeners on the Free Admission channel, don't forget Jamie Cannon Milanowski. It's not Lil Cannon anymore. It's Jamie Cannon Milanowski. Make sure you check her out. Follow her on social media. Jamie, I promise we will definitely get you back on when we have everything where we need it to be, and we can make sure we get out to the people, because I honestly, seriously don't think you have any idea how much of a following that you actually have and how much people get out there when I have you advertised that want to see you. So we'll definitely have to have you back on, okay?
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, a million thank yous. Jamie Cannon Milanowski, everybody. Make sure you check her out on all social media, and we're going to have her back here as soon as we get a chance. A million thank yous. We'll talk to you again soon. I sincerely apologize.
That's all right. All right, we'll talk soon.
I think she said nephew.
I didn't say that.
I was trying to read her.
Nah, she has a good heart. She knows.
All right, we're good, Robert?
We're good.
All right, let me take a quick drink after that. Hold on. But I'm serious, dude. I'm telling you. If Maria, pull up Jamie on your thing and check, and just go to her photos and see some of them, and you'll see what I'm talking about. People are like,
I think I'll do the same since it's that kind of show. Mm-hmm. Just so you know, the full
people are like, dude, can you bring her out here? We know you work for the King of the Cage. Have them fly her out here.
It's Jaime.
Jaime Milanowski. And I think it'll come up Cannon or whatever when you put in your thing. But people are actually, they tell me, can you talk to Carlos or Mike Lowe and fly her out here so that we can see her? So I think if they did bring her out here to this area and took her to do like some radio, like us or whatever, they would get a lot of people in there, because that girl can draw. I'm telling you.
That's right.
And I'm not talking about on a piece of paper with a pencil. She can draw house. That girl is money. So this is the question. This is the question I have to my two people that I have here, Dando on my left and Maria
social
Rios
media
on
people.
my right. Now,
we need Maria on every
that's
every
the one.
show.
That's the picture that people were like, and that one's the one that got like 450 likes. It was ridiculous. So this is the question I have to you before we continue on.
Hit it.
Now, I'm a promoter. Yes. Let's say I'm running Fabiano's House of Fighting Beepers and Sunglasses. I want this girl to keep winning because she's drawing people. Now, would it behoove me to put her up against somebody who's not as skilled, or do you just throw her into the deep end and see what you can do? Dando?
Well, I don't know. You find the right match for her to kind of build her up. So she's already fought before, so there's no question there. So let's get her who the next best person is to get her, into contention.
Yeah, because I'm always talking about how I think it's a punk move when you keep somebody winning because they're drawing money. You know what I mean?
Let's get her into contention for the title.
This girl draws money. I mean, I've seen it in person out there when she fought Yumi Matsumoto. I think it was at the Win of Vegas, if I'm not. And I got to tell you, too, I'm like, she's like, can you tell me where the weigh-ins are? I'm like, oh, my God, this girl's a fighter? I thought she was one of the ring car girls or whatever. Oh, my God. So she's got the following. So it remains to see what happens. She made the move to, which we talk about a lot on here, too. She made the move to Atlanta. She's trained out there, and she's going to ATT in Florida to up her game. So it looks like she's more focused and geared towards her fight career and bringing that up. But I gotta be honest. I mean, she's got a future in, I don't know, whatever, modeling or whatever, because
That's part of it, though.
She gets a lot of hits.
You could do the same. I'm telling
you. You have to understand that, like, the sex appeal part is huge.
Right. Well, that's what annoys me about the stupid mock weigh-in, because I look forward to the girls coming out and they're grouchy, they're depleted, but they have to take everything off and they have to go in the bikini, and that's the best part, man. That's what now they just take off their sweater, they step on the scale, and they throw a little pose, and I was like, man, nobody want to see that. We want to see them struggle or whatever. So let me tell you something. You put Jamie Cannon Milanowski on the scale like that, people are getting flash bulbs be going off everywhere. 115 or 125? I think she fought at 135 when she fought. I can't remember. I don't want to get mad at me. But I think she's now.
I don't talk about women's weight ever.
At 125 or whatever. But anyways,
she's pretty jacked. That's
yeah. Hopefully, well, she's constantly working out. I mean, she's totally committed.
She's quite sculpted.
And she's really working towards that. So, and I had her on just on audio when I had on the mat on Wednesdays. So that's why I want to bring her on so people can see, and we can put some pictures up. So 1 million followers by the time. How many? Because you're only allowed so much on Facebook.
How many do they let you have? Is there a limit?
Like
4,000.
I was going to say 5,000.
There's a point where
you got to go to a different thing. Yeah.
Really? I didn't know
But
that.
I think Twitter is unlimited. So.
Robert, is that a limit on Instagram and Facebook? I
don't know about Instagram, but Facebook, yeah.
Facebook?
She's definitely. I know her Facebook is done, but she's definitely got to be pushing the limit on Instagrams or whatever. So, anyways, it remains to be seen. We'll see what happens with her with that. So, Jamie, don't worry, man. We'll get you back on again for sure.
She's good people.
Then, real quick before we continue, we were talking about Maria and Dando having a meal before we got on the air.
We did.
It's the On It meal, and I've heard of On It. I think Joe Rogan talks a lot about it, or whatever. It's the pre-packaged meals.
Yep.
To get you going. So you actually saw Steve Moreno and talked to him. Where'd you talk to him at?
We talked to Steve Moreno at the California Submission Series at CMMA in Gardena, Chad George's dojo. So
now, was he selling his goods there?
Well, instead of having popcorn, pizza, and hot dogs, he had healthy prepared meals for the practitioners and players.
Now you actually had a meal. What did you have?
I had the Thai chicken.
Because I could smell the onions on you.
Well,
I gotta be honest with you.
I actually, on the day of, he was kind enough to set me up with a week's supply, so I ate 5 meals all at once, which you're not supposed to do because.
Hey, but you want to try them all, right?
You're supposed to get your macros according to what's needed in your body, and that's like one meal,
Right.
I think it's 3 a day.
Right.
But I ate 5 at once because that's how I operate. But then he sent us in tonight, and not only was the Thai chicken killer, but I just had another meal tonight, which was either the peach salad and some kind of Mexican chicken, man. It had some salsa in it. My God.
I could smell some sort of flavoring on it. Now,
it smells good.
Yeah, and Maria had a salad. What'd you have? That one smelled a little bit more sweeter.
It was peach.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good.
It was peach salad?
Chicken.
Yeah.
Peach chicken.
He's a chef, bro.
Yeah, it was like delicious. The dressing was good too. Usually, like sometimes the healthy food dressing was like
but
you're right about
that. That was actually really, really good.
Cool. I'm gonna get him set up with you.
Okay, so for the people, for the people listeners, don't forget, check it out. On It, he's only, you can only if you put On It in your little Facebook search engine.
On It on Facebook, On It meal prep Instagram. On Facebook, Instagram
so it's
too.
ONIT
meal prep.
So hey, Steve Moreno, we got a spot in here for you, man. Why don't you come in? So you can explain to us, because Dondo's eating them all in one sitting or whatever. So you can come and say, well, look, you need to eat this every 2 hours or whatever. Because let me tell you something, weight cutting and weight stability is a huge issue.
Yeah, I have a problem with that,
And we talk a lot.
Cutting weight and then blowing up.
Yeah, we talk a lot about that here, especially a lot of the young up-and-coming fighters. If you can stay, close to your weight, they're calling people on a week's notice for title fights.
That's like the best way you can
do
it.
Steve, if you can get in here and talk about it, I'm sure you're going to get a lot of people say, man, let me get with this On It meal prep and keep these guys in line, man.
It isn't just fighters, athletes of all sorts.
Yeah, because I'm lazy, dude. Whatever's in the refrigerator that's easy, I eat it. And peanut butter,
and that's what prepping's for, so we don't do that. Because
if you have
grab.
Yeah, if you have the prepackaged meals, boom, you're good to go.
The healthy stuff.
Yeah, so we'll definitely make sure we want to check that out. On It products, just put On It, ONIT meal prep. Or if you want to give them a call.
Yeah, give them a call.
You can give them a call at 562-900-0819.
That's right.
Give them a call. Tell them, hey, look, man, I don't want to be like Dondo, eating them all in one sitting. What do I need to do?
You might want to, but it's probably not the best.
Yeah, it's not going to help you or whatever. Then you're going to be seeing Dr. Now's or whatever from My 600 Pound Life And we definitely don't want that. You watch that show?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I am totally addicted to that show
I'm not admitting to that
I'm like,
at all.
dude, if you're gonna sit there and eat a whole box of Krispy Kreme donuts, what do you think's gonna happen, dude?
And then they're so good.
And then they died.
I think I would die.
They
if I did
died
that.
for 2
Stuff
days.
them with ice
and they go,
cream.
well, I've been dieting hard for 2 days, and man, they hit the drive-thru McDonald's and just do damage. I mean, it's just amazing. So, want to call, get your meal preps going or whatever, so you don't have to go see Dr. Now and the 600-pound life. So, anyways, real quick before we continue, Chuck Liddell is going to make an appearance on Big Brother, the celebrity Big Brother.
Wow.
I think that's awesome because
I don't know how that works though. Isn't that a house of people locked up together?
you know how they're
weird?
you know how they're always fighting and stuff in there.
There's a little infighting.
Can you imagine? Hey man, you went to left, bam, and everybody just be knocked out. Women, everybody just be knocked out because he's
It's
just.
an odd thing because it's like an internal fighting.
Yeah.
It's always arguing and
But
chismosa.
nobody's gonna blow up on Chuck Liddell.
Well, no, I find it hard to believe.
They're gonna be like me when I was 3. They're gonna go, "Hey, who hit the last? It was me." They're gonna like that, and then it's gonna be like,
He's still a scary looking
I'm sorry,
dude.
Chuck. I'm sorry, or whatever.
Doesn't change much.
Yeah, so now, but that's going to give people a reason to watch. People are going to want to see what happens or whatever. I say he lasts 1 day.
You think?
Oh,
Yeah, he's going to get tired of being
on
locked
the show
up.
like normal.
Yeah, in the show,
Oh, I thought
in
he was a
Big Brother,
guest
in the
appearance.
house,
Oh
with
my
the peoples.
God.
Well, maybe people will be watching themselves. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't know. Yeah.
Or you'll get that one person that wants to like push
Make a
the
name for
envelope
himself
and,
or something like that. Yeah.
cause a scene.
Some
just
people
to
can't
get,
help themselves.
Yeah.
to get more Instagram
He'll be a
followers.
paraplegic or whatever
That's
after
right.
that. So, hey, at least I'm going to watch that. I definitely want to check that out. So, definitely look forward to that. Now, they announced the coaches for the next Ultimate Fighter. It's going to be undefeated fighters, and it's going to be Stipe Miocic and Daniel Cormier.
Wow, that's a
Now,
quite a
they
matchup.
didn't really say if they're going to fight because usually the coaches fight after it or whatever.
I think
Now,
they're alluding to it.
Exactly. As far as coaching is concerned, I don't think you can get any better than Daniel Cormier. As annoying as he is,
I love the guy.
he's a hell of a coach, man. And Olympic caliber wrestling or whatever.
Division
Top
1.
notch.
I shouldn't say that because I met him in person. He was really nice to us. I mean, really treated us really nice or whatever. But he's worse than me. Nobody gets a word in edgewise. He just gets in there and let me tell you what happened with this, or
It
whatever.
doesn't get any worse than you.
Well, yeah.
You haven't heard from either of us all night.
Yeah. So maybe that's why I don't like him because I'm trying to be like
There's
him or
too
whatever.
many.
Yeah, something like
How much
that.
competition there?
But a lot of people will pose this question to our special guest Maria Rios,
Yes,
who's going to be
please.
showing a technique. Especially when I told Robert, please don't go over there until after Jamie Cannon Milanowski calls in, and he got up as soon as she called and left.
Kicked the wire. Coconut fell off the tree.
Exactly. Now they say that
Pineapple Express went out the
that
window.
the Ultimate Fighter is losing its luster or whatever. I don't think so. I like it. I think it's cool. You think it's losing its luster?
I'm
or?
a fan.
I mean, I like watching it. Sometimes it's a little bit of the same drama,
Uh-huh.
so you're just like, whatever, this is boring already.
Get to
'Cause
the
it's like
fights.
the same BS with these two people are having it out, and you're just like,
And now,
same drama. It's
do you have
not a fun soap
a
opera
favorite
to watch
one?
over and
Because
over.
I have two favorite ones that I thought were great that I actually bought on DVD and kept. One of them was when Rhonda and Misha were the coaches the first time,
That was a good one.
and the second one that I bought, even though it was before it, was when Matt Hughes and Matt Serra
Mm-hmm.
were the coaches.
That was a good one.
Because that was great. I mean, you had War Machine, who was legitimately crazy and stuff like that. I mean, that one was, and
in
Matt Serra.
jail.
People hardly talk
Yeah.
about him anymore.
Well, he's not around, but
He's locked up.
Matt Serra is just—he's a character, man.
I love
He's
the
just
guy.
funny.
Yeah,
He just
he is.
the way he is or
When I
whatever.
grow
So-
up, I want to be built just like Matt Serra.
yeah. So they were good. They were good.
I love that guy.
But now they're saying that everybody's trying to be a star. So this
Yeah.
one they're having undefeated fighters in there. So somebody's going to get a loss.
Yeah.
So I think they're trying to keep it fresh and keep it going or whatever. But I'll watch it.
Yeah,
What about you?
for sure.
Well, Maria's got to. She's gonna be training and all that. So she
Maria's
might
got to be
able
on
watch
that
it.
show.
Yeah.
They got to give her a shot.
Exactly. What about yourself?
I love it.
Yeah.
I always watch.
Any favorite one?
Let me think. What would be my
You wanna
favorite
hear
one?
Conor- one was pretty cool, too.
Ken Shamrock.
I was like,
Who is Ken Shamrock against,
Tito.
Robert? Oh, Tito Ken Shamrock was a
That was
good
a
one.
lot
I
of-
think that was number 3 or 4.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
The one she's talking about, Conor McGregor and Uriah Faber, was
Yeah.
funny because he goes.
there was a lot of funny shit that happened on that show.
He wasn't. Yeah, they faced off quite a bit.
Because he had a suit on. Connor did. He kept wearing a
They
suit.
would talk shit.
Yeah, and he's going, why are you wearing a suit or whatever? And he goes, because I'm a professional. He goes, but you look good, though. He goes, the tank top, jeans, and flip-flops look really good. And he goes, come on, bro. You're 50. You're 50. Grow up. Grow up.
They're like homies, though.
Yeah,
you
that
know?
was
they
hilarious.
Gave each other, ish throughout the show.
You
but
should
I
have
loved
that.
How he called out Cody, and it was the dude knew, like, it was crazy.
He knew what was up. But
that was fun.
We had Matt Brown call in, and he said that Cody Galbraith was really, obnoxious on the show and off the show, and seemed like he was really pushing to try to make a name of himself.
Garbrandt.
He said,
Cody Garbrandt.
What I call him, Galbraith?
That's okay.
TJ Dillashaw, he said, was just professional, dude. Just try to keep it.
And that's what he does.
Mellow, so
that's okay. But I hats off to the guys that could talk up a fight. The man walked away with $100 million. I'm not a fan of his, but $100 million, $100 million.
Well,
and he talked his way into it. You can't prove it any other way.
Put it
right?
this
way.
way.
He came out of nowhere, out of left field.
My wife hates all that boxing. She hates all that crap. But when Conor McGregor signed to fight Mayweather, she wanted to buy that fight.
Yeah, hell
just because it was in it. She said, I want to see what happens. I think he can.
When the non-fight fans
that
do
little
it.
boxer guy or whatever.
Yeah,
little boxer guy.
Yeah. So,
the non-fight fans are into it.
Yeah, you start bringing in people who aren't fans, and then you're really
there's more of
something.
He, hands down, is a very smart person.
Yes.
It must
he
be, right?
He played his cards right, and I would
agree
what's
with
the
that.
ultimate goal is to be successful financially. I mean, you can't fight forever. You're going to end up.
But he backed it up as a thing. So, anybody could talk trash, but he backed it up. That's what got him there.
And it was actually a good fight.
That's a tough thing.
It was actually
he could talk the talk and walk the walk.
Once he laid out Aldo, he was in a different bracket. People were like, whoa.
Yeah.
And it was actually a competitive fight. It wasn't one-sided. He looked like he had a chance. He just kind of slowed down at the end, and I think Mayweather did the perfect thing.
That fight.
Oh, what type of fight you talking about?
Came out with
another fight?
With Jose Aldo, I expected some
he
kind
just,
of back and forth. Just boom!
Pink, and it was over.
Oh, yeah, he was done.
So anyways.
After what he did to Uriah's legs, I thought maybe there'd be a war,
Yeah. I mean,
Uriah had blood clots in his legs.
But I don't know.
Remove them.
I don't know what happens because then, hey, what's the name of your friend that's the champ now? The Hawaiian guy?
Doan.
What's his name, Robert?
Max Holloway.
Max Holloway. Look at the dude.
Look at that good-looking dojo. Please come here and train.
Anyways, before we continue, since everybody's going off on another tangent here, the last one thing I want to get to is the first. You know what a Sikh is? Sikh fighter, somebody from India.
Sikhs. Yeah.
So he's going to be able to wear his turban. They okayed it, but Reebok says they want to sponsor it.
They want to put their logo on it.
No time trying to jump in and get their thing in. So now there's going to be a Reebok turban.
Okay, how the hell is that thing going to stay on his head? Seriously?
Because there's hair wrapped in it.
He can't fight with it, right?
It's entwined. It's going to unravel.
I know. It's going to unravel, and then his hair's going to be like.
They have a promotion called Super Fights in India.
But I thought they just walked to the cage with it and take it off. He's going to be in the cage with it?
I think he has to wear it. He's a Sikh. It's a religion.
Wow. I thought it was just a whole.
I would hope that they would allow him to take it off for the.
You know what I mean?
I mean, your hair could get ripped out, and
right.
What if the guy was kneeling on it if it comes off?
Exactly.
And,
exactly.
Well, maybe I'm wrong. You're right. We'll see what happens.
We need some more information on that, so we'll have to find out exactly.
When Robert was a Sikh, he never took his turban off.
We're gonna have to find out what's going on with that. So, anyways, that's it for the news. I just wanted to get those out there real quick because when I'm looking and I'm watching, I think that. Let me bring that up because I never even heard of that. I thought it was just a hat that you wear to the ring.
And of course, they want to take a piece of the pie.
Well, of course, man. They jumped on that right away. Absolutely.
Money.
So, real quick before we continue, you're here. You have Full Contact Fanatics. Don't forget, you can check us out right here on the Free Admission channel every Monday from 8 to about 9:15. We're going to go a little bit later today because we got a lot of stuff going on. So, Robert, do you want to go ahead and take Maria and show that technique now, or do you want to wait? Or because I'm going to get into the UFC. You let me know.
Let's do a quick break for everybody. Tell them we're going to go off there just for maybe 3 or 4 minutes.
Okay.
Let them walk in there and then let them work on some stuff. You can get into the UFC stuff.
Uh-huh.
We could continue what we're doing while they do that. No, not a good idea. Okay.
Okay, so real quick, we'll go ahead and take a quick break. It's going to be like 3 or 4 minutes, so go ahead and get you on it meal prep. or whatever, if you want to pull that out now so you can eat that while you're watching Techniques. Now, Maria just had one. I don't know what the effects are. I don't think Maria does either because it was actual good meal. I don't know if it's fully digested.
She looks stronger to me.
Yeah, we might have a real show, right? When we show the
I hope she punches and kicks
Hopefully,
Miguel.
for your sake, there is not a lot of fiber in that
It's
meal.
not going to kick in.
Triangle and fiber spells disaster.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Not for me, but for him.
We'll take a quick break while they get ready.
We call that the Maria gas
We'll be right
mask.
back after this. Make sure you check us out.